Okay, we are back. Feels like it's been a while since I've played Dragon Age. Not gonna spend too much time reading these in-game documents, books, and whatnot. So we've just pretty much saved this part of the world. At least we don't have soldiers coming right at us from left and right asking for our heads. So we've just closed the main rift in this part of the world. Getting salutes from fellow soldiers. Right now I just want to take a look around just in case I end up missing any important loot. Gold, items, quest items, things like that. The graphics are not as bad as one would, well, we have a merchant here, as one would expect.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Never mind, he's not a merchant. I've said this before, it kind of gives me the Skyrim type feel, but obviously the fight system is completely different. The fight engine is completely different. Again, we got more notes to look at and read. Won't be spending too much time on it. I will be doing select side quests, the ones that I think will be important or interesting. But again, at this point in time, the main quests are broken down into sub-main quests, I guess you would say. I thought Liliane would be here, but I guess I'm kind of lost.
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
Alright, let's head back in. I think that would be a good bet.
Have you gone completely mad? He should be taken to Val Royo immediately to be tried by...
Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of digging first. I know the main quest is just straight down the main hallway. We're going to go down the, I think, dungeons. I don't see anything here. Apparently you have to be a rogue to focus on lockpicking, unlike Skyrim, which is a completely different skill that you can have. Being a mage, we are unable to pick locks at this point in time. Maybe there's a spell somewhere down the line, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do that, but... So we're gonna go up the stairs, go back, track our way into the main hallway. Try to proceed with the main quests and see what they come up with.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Looks like Cassandra's not too happy about this scenario.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, he is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
So it seems like Cassandra still believes we are some sort of savior from the Divine.
You've changed your mind about me, clearly.
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
So it looks like Cassandra has reactivated the Inquisition.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
Gives me a feeling that this is sort of some sort of
But
ancient
aren't you
pact.
still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
So Inquisition has been reborn,
You're
pretty much
trying to start a holy
overruling
war.
We are already
the
at
Chantry.
war. You are already involved.
Looks like.
Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
So whatever this means, it's going to be big.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
So this is truly BioWare at its greatest here. It already feels extremely epic. We don't know what this entails. Inquisition has been reborn. We're gathering forces, similar to the first game where we're trying to fight the Darkspawn. For some reason, I knew the Ravens would come into play. It just had to be done. Probably sending messages to some of our spies all across Orlais, presumably. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Again, the PS3 graphics are actually not that much more inferior. I'm still fairly satisfied with this product. I think that's the Inquisition mark. Chancellor doesn't seem very impressed, obviously. Got a bad feeling that he's somehow working against us, and will probably stab us right in the back sometime in the future. Probably like 20 hours into the game. I am playing this game quite slowly, but I'm enjoying every second. See what Cassandra has to say for this announcement. Sort of plays out, the prologue or the epilogue has finally concluded. We're kind of in the main game now. I feel like for the most part the loading screens are durable, manageable. Once in a while it does get kind of long, but same goes with Skyrim, so nothing I can do about it unless you want to get the PC version. I'm not sure how much more faster it is. Graphically, it's probably superior.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
My thanks for any part you played in that.
Yeah. Well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Alright, so in this game, instead of making our own potions, we just need to find the recipe, give it to a specialist, and they will pretty much do it for us. Which I think is fine as well. I know some of the gamers believe it takes away from some of the RPG elements, but I'm personally okay with that. Keeps things simple. And also kind of makes sense at the same time. If we are to lead the Inquisition to save this beautiful world of ours. Just gonna take a quick look at the map here. Really like the unique icons for the map feature as well. It's nice and clear, very artistic, very articulate. So sometimes you will see me sort of just pondering around, just enjoying the scenery. I notice how some of the houses actually have paintings in them, presumably, I guess, of themselves, portraits of themselves, which is pretty cool. This is, I guess, a tavern of some sort.
Fix the door just like you asked, Flitter.
The major.
Hello.
Can we get you anything?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
So nothing really came of that conversation. Just a local host in a tavern asking for, or giving us directions, more like. Nothing too fancy. It's good that someone's playing some music. Really sets the mood. Songs aren't that bad, but
So,
let's try to develop
now that
some
Cassandra's out of
characters.
earshot, are you holding up all right?
I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Always the poet, huh? Just gotta love his comments.
I don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
I guess we can't get lucky all the time.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
So right now he's just being a little bit realistic here, reiterating the fact that he has seen a lot. Heroes, villains, whatever. So it really sets the tone for us. I think we do need a miracle, realistically. Gameplay wise, it's all gonna play out the way it will play out, but really it's the narrative, the storytelling that what really captures the audience right here. Really making us believe that we really have a shot at doing and achieving this for everyone.
Any circle mate wanting to join needs to speak with Cullen or Cassandra. Apostates too, I suppose. Oh, you're him. Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
So obviously she's more of like a quartermaster.
What do you do here?
I make sure the
supplier,
Inquisition
logistics,
have
things
food
like
in their
that.
bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
I mean, obviously you're trying to fight a war.
How does someone end up as quartermaster?
Soldiers need supplies, shelter, things like that.
served for Eldon under 10 Loghain
Really brings
Mateer,
back to the realism
best commanding officer this
to
world
this
has
battle.
ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Your loyalty to the man you served is admirable, Quartermaster.
Thank you. A lot of people seem to think they know what happened at Ostagar, but I was there. Tern Loghain never betrayed his king. If he'd brought the reinforcements, Darkspawn would have just killed everyone. He did what he had to do to save our country, and we betrayed him. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good login site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
So we just had a very interesting conversation with the Inquisition's master. It seems like she was with Terran Loghain earlier, and doesn't believe that there was a betrayal. It was more about survival, and to some degree, I will admit that fact. It's really a difference of perspective, despite a lot of good men being slaughtered. If you have played Dragon Age the Origins series, you will know exactly what I mean. But I guess at this point, I can't really spoil it for you guys because there's been so many videos already on the Origins series.
Does it trouble you?
Not sure if I should act as a tough guy or smart ass right here, so
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
So it seems like we've stabilized the rift and not permanently closed it. But
clearly, you have
we still
something
need
in
more
mind.
power.
We do. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
And again, as if you played Origins, I'm not surprised
Pleased to meet you all.
to see her being a spy
I
master.
mentioned that your mark needs
Especially
more power
being
to
a
close the
rogue.
breach for good.
Which
In
means we
Origins.
must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
And of course, the politics always
Can't
comes
you
into
simply
play.
ignore them?
If only that were possible.
Some are calling you, a mage, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
It seems like we might have to approach one or both of them, if that's an option.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat?
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I think at this point we really need an insider in the Chantry. So
I'll see what she has
I'm
to
gonna go
say.
with that.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
So we're called the Herald of Andraste. That's actually a pretty badass name, if I must say so myself. So right now there's Ferelden and Ordlay. I think it's a really cool concept of the war table, of where we need to go.
Did you see the message I sent?
I think I should stick with
Yes,
what I know.
thank you.
Stick with Ferelden. Secrets, connections. Well, I can't really use anything else. The other two are locked, so kind of forces scout the hinterlands here. And that's what we'll do. Why is that not a surprise? More killings of the mages and Templars. Of course.